Hey, here, you can talk. You can talk. Say hello.
Hello.
No. Hold on.
No.
Wait. Daddy gotta do something. You killing me, baby.
No.
You killing me.
No.
You killing me, baby.
No.
Stop it.
No.
Stop it. I said stop it. What? Hear the dog? Alright, let's get this wrapped up, man. Oh, damn. Okay, so we're in final week of the season. I just got done my game and I said we need to do a season. Say hello.
No.
Say hello.
No.
No. You just asked to say hello. Now you don't want to say hello. Say hello.
Hiya.
Give me kisses.
Hiya.
Alright.
Hiya.
So Miami got a 4th and 7. Let's wrap this season up, man. Let's get right to the most important things. The standings and playoff races. Right now, the way it's looking in the AFC, it's looking like all 6 teams are set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 teams got a letter next to their name. They're set. I think Baltimore is going to end up the number 2 seed because they have a win over the Chargers and the Chiefs. The Texans will probably end up the 4 seed with the winner of the Chargers and no, they don't play each other. So both of these games that look like fair sim wins since they're against the computer will probably leave the Chargers in 3rd, Ravens in 2nd. And Miami has locked up the entire AFC with the Colts a scary 6 seed. Remember, the Colts have a season sweep over the Texans. I'm sorry, my little one is driving me crazy right now. You want your headphones?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get you your headphones. Have a seat. Bada bing, bada boom. Here, put your headphones on. So, in the NFC, we currently have the Cowboys. They're going to probably end up number 1, unless. What? Thank you. Cowboys are going to end up number 1 unless the Giants are able to dethrone them, which I doubt. I think the Giants are willing to give them a forced win. Giants are pretty much packing it in for the season and preparing for the offseason. That leaves number 2 to be the Bears. Number 3 will be the winner of the Saints or the Panthers. One of these teams will be the number 3 seed, with the 4 seed being the winner of the Rams and the 49ers. However, we do have some stipulations. Based on these teams' schedules, I will tell you right now, the 49ers and Rams are playing for their division tonight. Hopefully they get it done. That's the most important game so far. But let's check the Falcons. The Falcons, who did not play either one? That's strange. The Falcons still have a shot to make the playoffs. Let me be very clear. I do not completely know. Oh, you just threw your headphones. That's how you feel? Okay. Bam. Throw them again. Throw them again. We fighting. Throw them again. We fighting. Throw them again and we fighting.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
However, understand the importance of this game. It looks like a 49ers loss. And I'm going off of the way their pre-standings are. And a Falcons win will put the Falcons in the playoffs and take the 49ers completely out of the playoffs. So, I mean, Jordan is literally playing for his life tonight. His playoffs have already begun. The Rams looks like they'll possibly still make it. But, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how Madden sometimes calculates this. And nobody has an X next to their name of these three teams that have double-digit wins. So anything can happen based on this Rams and 49ers game. Let's look at our current statistical leaders in the NFL. Passing leaders are top. We'll go top 10 since it's the last week. Jared Goff at number 1, Tom Brady at number 2, Russell Wilson at number 3, Phillip Rivers at number 4, Deshaun Watson at number 5, Lamar Jackson at number 6, Mitchell Trubisky at number 7, Dak Prescott at 8, Andrew Luck at 9, and Drew Brees at 10. Touchdowns, let's look at just a couple of them. Jared Goff, Tom Brady, Mitchell Trubisky, Andrew Luck, and Lamar Jackson. I skipped my old man. That's crazy. Of these top guys, Mitchell Trubisky has been on fire. 42 touchdowns with only 15 interceptions, a 65 completion percentage. He's actually been turning it up. Currently in the NFL, the leading rusher in the league right now with only 108 carries, Lamar Jackson. Yes, a quarterback is leading the league in rushing yards. Melvin Gordon at number 2. He'll probably end the season as the best rusher this season, with Christian McCaffrey as a possible second. You just crapping all over Daddy today. Yeah. With Christian McCaffrey as a possible second, since they both have games. I'm going to be honest, I think Christian McCaffrey is probably going to win because he does not have he has a player game that he is actually going to be able to put up stats, while Melvin Gordon is going to have to take a forced win. Le'Veon Bell is within a reasonable range, but I highly doubt he catches it with Lamar Miller behind. Leading touchdowns in a clear favorite is Gus Edwards with 23, 1,000 yards, and he's missed about 4 games this year, including, missing the last 3 of the season. I mean, Gus would have been hands down the best running back in the league this year had he not got hurt, but we're not even going to talk about that. Receiving numbers, yards, it looks like in yards, Odell Beckham and Tyreek Hill will be a close 1 and 2 for the wide receiving yards leaders. DJ Chark will end the season probably number 3. Marquise Goodwin is close enough to dethrone DJ Chark at number 3, but I highly doubt it. What's this? Bada bang, bada boom. You got to finish that first. Oh, you done spilled the whole thing. All right, you want more? Yes. All right. Those are receiving leaders in yards, but touchdowns. 19. DJ Chark is probably not going to take that, but he's leading at this moment, the time of this review. Defensive numbers. Oh, I just had a monster defensive game, but we're not even going to talk about that one. The biggest numbers so far. Tackles, it looks like Tremaine Edmonds is going to lead the league in tackles, and he's large and in charge. 29 tackles ahead of the next person behind him. Sacks this year. Jalen Merrick, number 1 right now with 28 sacks this year. Fletcher Cox and Aaron Donald close second and third. They're very close with Khalil Mack at 20 himself. Those numbers, I mean, it's going to be hard. I think Jalen Merrick can very well walk away with the sack number. I mean, with the sack title this year. And he missed 6 games. I mean, that's my biggest liking to my man Jalen Merrick's numbers is, all of his sacks were put up against players, and he's been putting up monster sacks against numerous teams. Fred Warner, of course, is the topic of concern here. He came into week 1 with 10 sacks and will probably end the season on 18 sacks. So he definitely fell off bad. Our top 5 in interceptions this year. Byron Jones at number 1. He came on strong. Kiko Alonso led the league most of the year. But he's number 2 at the moment and doesn't look like he'll catch that. Anthony Brown, that's 23 interceptions between 2 players on the same team. Thomas Davis Sr. and Xavier Howard will round out our top 5 in interceptions. And last but not least, tackles for loss is always big. Number 1, Maurice Hurst for the CPU Raiders, with Myles Garrett coming in at number 2 for the newly taken over Cleveland Browns, and Hassan Reddick from our former Super Bowl champ from the Who Cares year with 16 tackles for loss. I don't think there's a 3-4-way tie between touchdowns this year. Only person that literally has a chance to break and win for defensive touchdowns is LVE. Hopefully he can do it if they play. I got to find out how their game is going to go. Let's check our yearly stats and see what we're looking like. Currently, Lamar Jackson is in the lead for MVP with leading the 13-3 Ravens this year. The 11-4 Rams led by Jared Goff, number 2, with Mitch Trubisky at a close number 3. Coach of the year, Adam Gase, who I think actually deserves it. If I'm being 100% honest, I think what he did with the Dolphins this year was amazing. He definitely deserves Coach of the year. In the AFC, we're just going to go through this quick. Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie, Defensive Rookie, Best Quarterback, Best Running Back. He missed 6 games this year, people. 6 games. Like, well, maybe 5, but who cares? Tyreek Hill, Best Wide Receiver, Best Offensive Lineman, Marshall Yanda, and Rodney Stanley right behind him. Myles Garrett, Best Defensive Lineman. Kiko Alonso, Best Linebacker. Best Defensive Back, Xavier Howard. I think Anthony Everett should win it, but I mean, that's another argument. Kicker, Justin Tuck, you know how that goes. NFC, Offensive Player of the Year, Jared Goff, followed by Von Bell for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie, Ronald Jones. Defensive Rookie, Fred Warner. Best Quarterback, Jared Goff. Matt Breida for Best Running Back. Wide Receiver, Odell Beckham. Zach Martin on the offensive line. Defensive line, Fletcher Cox. Fred Warner at linebacker. Byron Jones, probably a clear favorite at defensive back, with Aldrick Rosales at your best kicker for the 4-11 Giants. Is there anything else we are looking at? Bada bing, bada boom. Were there any other games played? That's a big one. So, like I said, and I hope everyone that's listening, that's on, can hear this. I think if we can get this game done tonight, if we can get a couple of the important ones done tonight, looking at the schedule, just to tell you which ones are keys. Doesn't have to be worried about. This isn't an important game. We'll see if they want to play or not. I'm not going to deny them the opportunity to play. The Colts and the Titans is not important, but I'm not going to deny them the opportunity to play. This game really has no bearing as well. But once again, I'm not going to deny them the opportunity to play. This game has something to do with seeding, but they've already agreed to fair sim it, so that's one game out of the way. Computer game. This one also has no bearing on the seeding. It looks like Ron, win or loss, will lock up that number 2 seed after this week. Computer game. This is important. I am going to not halt. I'm going to halt the league until Albert and Easy play their game, because this is actually directly for the division and could ultimately affect seeding and placement. Very, like, depending on who wins, these two teams can play each other right again next week. This game doesn't hold any seeding issues unless the Giants want to play this game. They could dethrone the Cowboys on that number 1 seed, but I'm not sure if he's interested in playing that game. This game has no seeding speculations at all. This one is important, but I am not sure if Laverne is, or I'm sorry if I'm hacking your name. I don't have it in front of me. Is going to be available to play. He's normally not available on the weekends, but we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. CPU game, and this is the big one. This is the one that this and the Saints and Panthers game. These 4 teams are literally hold the key to everybody else. If these 2 games get played, we will advance to the playoffs more than likely. So, please, by all means, make sure you hit these people up, and let's get this league rolling, people. We're almost in the playoffs. Let's go.